Alright, we got the finale of Madoka Magica, and honestly, I'm kind of scared to watch this. I don't want it to end, if you know what I mean. But we still got a little bit more stuff. I just don't know like if it's like spin-off or whatever, but there is rebellion after, right? At the very least. Yeah, episode ended off with Madoka coming to, I guess, save Homura, right? And we're kind of thinking that she's gonna make a contract, and depending on what the full restrictions of whatever we can wish for, either we just end up in a cycle where the roles are reversed now, or we actually do break it out of this somehow. There was some stuff cooking with the mom last episode when, like, to everyone else, this is like some just freaking public natural disaster where everyone had to evacuate and Madoka was about to run off, and you know the mom was able to tell that Madoka's been acting differently for the past few episodes, or at least the past few days in the timeline, and Madoka somehow convinced her to let her go out in this natural disaster. Yeah, there was some when the mom and the teacher were kind of talking at the bar. There was like kind of the painting, the creation of Adam. I don't know if this has to do with the symbolism of giving Madoka free will. I guess I don't know. Trying to connect it somehow. I don't want to just like take anime logic and just be like, oh, power of whatever. We just actually somehow convinced her, because realistically, she should not let her go. But I don't know. Sayaka's been taking Madoka on these dangerous journeys the whole time, so I don't know. I guess we can't really think of like much right now because it just really comes down to whatever Madoka wishes for. So I don't know. Let's just find out what happens in this finale. Yeah. Sorry. Is there a way we could do this? Okay. I was gonna say without becoming a magical girl, but no. Okay. Yeah, because to her, basically, all the suffering will just end up being for nothing, right? Yeah. At least in this timeline. Okay. Okay, let's see how we break out of this. Because that's what we're implying, right? Okay. You'll probably win over entropy. Are they gonna show it, or we're gonna have to wait? Come on! Okay! So, I don't know. My idea was like at the more end of the extreme, just like wish for like whatever QB's fighting against, the heat death of the universe, just wish that doesn't happen, but I guess this might actually be better. Okay. I think they did mention something about that, right? Like in one of the earlier episodes. I don't remember the exact line, but someone mentioned that, something like that. Okay. Well, I guess this doesn't actually solve QB's problem. We're still gonna die eventually. Is QB immortal? Did they mention that? Okay. No opening. My very best friend. Okay, well, it feels like we're gonna have a different timeline now. Okay, it feels kind of eerie. You must fight without pause. Ah. Okay. Is this some like astral plane, or is this a different timeline? Yeah. Okay, that's where the super hope comes in. Okay, interesting. Okay, this is her bow. This is her bow. Imagine if the mom didn't let her go. Oh, there. Oh, green. Yeah, is our green? Huh. Oh, what the? Who are you? Yeah, well, she might think she's dead. She's like, am I hallucinating? Oh. Yeah, this kind of is like Charlotte, no? Oh. Okay. Okay, this across all timelines, right? Even in the past. Okay, what happens from here on out, though? That's what I'm interested in. Her leg's still broken. Oh. Okay, because I was thinking the other ones might show up, but sure. Interesting, right? Like, it seems like QB's just down. He's like, just like, okay, whatever. But like I said, this still doesn't solve what he's trying to combat. Because he still needs his friggin' energy, no? Are they gonna bring up some like multiverse shit? Okay, we are now space-time. Oh shit. Holy shit. Oh, yo, that... Okay. I don't know, there's like there's like way too much shit going through my head right now. I don't know, I guess does see this thing, does this count as a happy ending? I mean, we still got like half the episode left, right? But I guess whatever she was talking about before, right? Like, I guess still is a thing, right? Well, it's possible that since he's saying that she doesn't really exist in this universe anymore, nobody's gonna know who she is, right? Like, it's not like the parents will remember that they had a daughter or whatever, but she might, right? That's the thing, because she also had like time magic, right? Yeah. With a gun. Okay. Okay, there's the episode title, right? Okay, the cycle is complete now because we were saying it was just one-sided before. Mm. Okay, so she'll forget her too? That's kind of what you went through, no? Give her a ribbon. Okay, now her hair goes down. Okay, she has hope, right? We gotta believe. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Again someday. Okay, all those symbols. Okay, now we're in a normal looking city. Oh, this guy, okay. But here's the thing, are we still in our current timeline where Sayaka's boom? Or is this a different timeline? Don't know what that is? Oh, what the hell? Okay, no, I guess we're also having our own astral plane moment. Maybe? Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so this is in the actual timeline. We're just here. Hmm. Was there someone in the crowd? No. Whoa. Holy shit. No, you wanted her to save you instead? Hmm. Oh. But do you remember? Huh? Who's that? Hmm. Wait. Oh, that's the little bro. He's just drawing something random. Damn, maybe he remembers. He's too innocent. His brain isn't formed, so he still remembers it. No. What? Huh? Yeah, don't talk to strangers. Is that what the sequel's about? Or does the name mean something? I don't know. Do you remember too? Oh, what the fuck? Okay, this is coincidence? Yeah. They're kind of like, yeah, because you bought them. You bought them for her, for me. Okay. Is this a happy ending? We still got a bit left. QB, yeah, we're like... Oh, because QB doesn't know. She's the only one that knows. Okay, what about your entropy problem, though? What are we giving him? Just fragments? Okay, this thing, well, what's he here for then? This is an entirely different... Well, this is a different timeline now, right? Where now it's not about... Like, she's such erased witches from the time... Well, not really, because I'm kind of... no, this is. There was, because literally Mommy and Kyoko and her were fighting something. They're just different, I guess? It's like similar but different? We're fighting wraiths now. So now you're just our pet? Okay. I don't know, what do we prefer? Nice QB or dark QB? Right. Is that what we're fighting though now? Yeah. Now, what about the teammates? We're gonna get one last. Okay. Okay, there's an epilogue. Okay. Don't forget, always somewhere someone is fighting for you. As long as you remember her, you are not alone. We're gonna have some type of open-ended ending. Oh, yeah, that looks kind of dark. What the hell? Is that Madoka? Yeah, this form is pretty cool though. Is it? Okay. Okay, it's over. It's over. No, okay. Okay, I guess this like scene here, watching Kyosuke, and then later the next scene of her turning it basically as her witch form and then disappearing. That's why she's not in this timeline. Or I guess because she turned a witch to begin with, right? But I guess here they're wraiths, no? But I guess this was still symbolism for why she's not in this timeline. Do we count this as a happy ending? Kind of. I'll say like, you know, obviously it's not like binary. But I'd say this is leaning more towards, right? One of our things we were saying before with when we first came across the second ending, or I guess the main ending, right? This was like all in Madoka's head, and she's like watching us, but it's kind of like that, right? She basically becomes like, I don't know, they use the term a god, but in some ways it could be like that, right? Where she's watching over the universe, something like that. I don't know, honestly, this middle part like fried my brain, even though like nothing was really going on here. It was just like dialogue. I don't know, I guess I was like still trying to process that we even were just able to make that wish to begin with, but I don't know, because I was trying to think like, was it that simple the whole time? But I guess not, right? Because there was that whole concept of the wish needs to prevail over entropy, and I guess we were only able to do that because that Homer went to all that trouble, right? So I guess in the end, yeah, it's not like we still had to go through all of that because yeah, we couldn't have just made that wish to begin with. Because that's what I was like the whole time during this whole scene. That's actually just what I was thinking about. And also was like, damn, do I need to censor this part? I probably will. I mean, I guess I should just anyways, just to be safe. Could we interpret what the dad was saying in episode like 2 or 3, whatever, about like dreams becoming a way of life? This is basically it now. Like, this is life itself. Madoka's dream is now basically existence itself now. Overall, it was a pretty satisfying ending. Let's hear what like the other stuff is supposed to be about now, because there's more, right? I don't know if there's any like small details that was worth like hyperfixating on throughout the episode, but I don't know. Since it was the last one, I just decided not to. I'm trying to think about some of like the other stuff that we were thinking about too, but I guess it doesn't mean much. But apparently there is like some analytic videos. We could take a look at that after. Honestly, I'm not sure how to interpret this ending, because like the wings look kind of dark, but that was like Madoka's voice, right? After this bit here at the end where the little bro was keeps saying Madoka. He has an imaginary friend named Madoka. That's kind of interesting. Is that could just be a coincidence, or I don't know, could just be like to throw in a little bone to like make it, I don't know, a slightly happier ending. And I guess in this timeline, they're on better terms with Kyuubi, because that's what she said. She's like, in the other timeline, we weren't on good terms with you. I don't know, is there any point in trying to guess whatever like extra content could be about? Because I know there's some spin-offs, right? Somebody said that one of the spin-offs is like a timeline with more historical figures going through this. I don't know, it really depends on what the hell this is about. Could just be nothing too. Okay, we got the episode 12 thread here. This is gonna be our last episode thread. There's still, I guess, whatever is next. I don't know. I don't really know what to expect out of the rebellion stuff, but okay, here we got theory of the day. Hello, Andy the BR. Take it home for getting it hilariously wrong. Yeah, I mean, we pretty much got it hilariously wrong too, right? Okay, let's see what this guy said though. Okay, I'm hoping that the show doesn't end like Evangelion with. Like, actually, I'm not gonna read this because I didn't watch Evangelion and I kind of want to, right? I guess another show that's notorious for like frying people's brain is Evangelion, and I don't know, I feel like we could do something similar here. I know someone recommended a Fruits Basket. That's something that's always on my list too. But I don't know, even though like this was like mentally taxing, just trying to like overclock our brains, I don't know, it was pretty fun, right? And it kind of got me curious about like other people's video reactions, right? Because like we've been reading some of the first timers text reactions. And I guess while they're actually typing this out, it gives them like more time to like be analytical about things, right? But I don't know, if you're doing a video reaction, it's kind of hard to like do it in real time. And then they kind of just record, and then they kind of just say something at the end. Like I don't know how other people do it, right? Like whatever I say at the end of a video, I literally just do it like immediately after. It's not like I sit there for like 20 minutes or something, and then I just like try and like write stuff down. No, like I try to like say it like immediately after. Maybe this was that's why sometimes I just say some stupid shit, but. I don't know, I'm curious about how other people approached it, because I kind of made it a point to like overcook, right? But I don't know, I have a feeling that that's not how most people go into the show. Like in fact, maybe some other people, they just straight up don't know anything. Because like I said, it's 2025, this show is 2011, and if you're like in the anime space enough, you would have heard some things about this show, right? So, I don't know, like, I guess in a way we tried to try and game it somehow, but I guess most people might not. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe like everyone just goes into it doing the same thing. But yeah, I do want like to know other shows that we could also do something like this. So if anyone has suggestions, you know, like I said, if you've been here only for Madoka, you know, thanks for joining. But if there's some other shows you might think could be a good reaction, yeah, I'm open to suggestions. Okay, let's look at some of the QOD. Okay, if you have a destiny, do you have a choice? Number one. Okay. I don't know how I feel about like these like super deep questions, because I guess if you're like writing it out, right, it doesn't really matter. But I guess for like a video reaction, I don't know, this could be like its own topic to begin with. Like if I wanted to say what I really wanted to say, that could be like its own like friggin' 20-minute video. I guess like the more interesting thing from this here, it's not exactly the question, but like let's assume that no, you didn't have choice. Does that make it like a bad thing? That's kind of what I'm more interested in, right? Because if we say yeah, you still have destiny, you're locked into a specific thing, but you do have a choice. I don't know, at least to me in my head, like immediate thought, like that's not really any different than whatever you're doing right now. Because like if you have choice and you can like make all these decisions, even if you think you're locked into a specific thing, I don't know, it might not really feel that way. Whereas okay, if you know you're headed towards something and you can't do anything about it, you know, is there a way to kind of like make the best out of the situation? I don't know, I guess like make the experience more enjoyable. I don't know, like that topic is slightly more interesting to me. Okay, number 2. Why does QB want to keep talking? What's he talking about here? Is this the conversation with Homura? Like at the end? Because that's the only point that he showed up in the episode, right? I guess other than literally right at the start. I don't know, I realize that my values don't really line up with the average person, and maybe that's why like I kind of did like QB's character by the end. But here's the thing, QB said he's from like some super advanced civilization, right? Even in the new timeline. And the thing is, if you're like super sciencey type, you're probably going to be very curious too. And I know he's like kind of some of his words hinted that he's like skeptical about whatever Homer was telling him, which he should be, right? Like, but that's the thing. If Homer has any merit to her persona, which she's going around fighting the Wraiths, so it's not like she's like a complete like rando drunk person. I don't know, maybe to QB he can't differentiate that, right? But like, I don't know, if one of your friends, like, you know, even if they're not like even if you don't think they're like the smartest person, as long as you don't think they're like just some like random crackhead, if they just start like talking to you about some random ass stuff, then, you know, even if you don't believe them, it's to be like, you'd be curious about whatever they're saying, right? I'm not sure if was there anything else that this could be referring to. I don't know. Okay, number 3. Any thoughts on leaving Saiko's wish where it stands? Right, because we had Kyoko and Mommy be revived, right? Because this is like a new timeline, but there's still like a lot of overlap with whatever happened in the timeline that most of the show took place in, right? Okay, my immediate thought of this was, this is just a way to kind of stay grounded in reality, kind of, right? To show that, okay, even though like Madoka's wish kind of fixes a lot of things, you can't fix 100% of everything. I guess that's kind of redundant to say, but that was my immediate interpretation of that. I don't know if there's some other things too. Like how about Saiko's... Was it Saiko or Kyoko or both? I don't know. But the thing, it's kind of both, but the thing is in this case only Saiko, like... Well, Saiko's the one that turned into a witch too, right? So, I don't know, maybe it's like something to do with Saiko, like, wanting to not have any regrets. At least in this timeline, because if Madoka can like see every timeline, then surely there's some timelines where, I don't know, she is revived or she didn't even die to begin with, and things work out with Kyosuke, I guess. Finally, was this beginning the greater good or the lesser evil? So I guess there's kind of 2 things for this. I don't know, I was saying that I feel like this ending leans more towards good ending. But the thing is, this question, if you think about it, I don't know, maybe lesser evil, maybe? Because the thing is, like we said, it's not like Madoka's wish solved everything. We still have that entropy problem, and like there's still all these negative emotions in the world, and there's you know, just because there's not witches, there's still like other things too, right? There's still wraiths. She kind of fixed the stuff around her, I guess. Like the idea of like the magical girls versus witches was just like one aspect of the universe, when in theory there's like, you know, an infinite amount of things. So I guess if you think of it like that, then it's the lesser evil. But if you think of just like the story contained within itself, then I'd say it's more towards the good ending. But yeah. Okay, bonus as tradition. Your hosts offer you this legendary fan comic to soothe your soul in these trying times. Do we need to soothe our soul? I don't know. The ending was like kind of satisfying, I guess. Let's check it out. October 3, 2017. What's that date? Is that date anything? Well, I guess that's just when this was drawn, because this came in 2011, right? I guess someone could draw it whenever. Okay, late at night. It's basically midnight. Okay, this is a mom, right? Okay, Madoka's spiritual. Hey, mama, today I turned... Or I'll be 20. Or I would if I still was the same as before. Mom, once you said that when I became 20, you want us to have a drink together. Alright, there was that. Was that kind of foreshadowing? Or I guess a flag? Was that a death flag? I was also always looking forward to it. Really. Oh shit, she has the book. Wait, no. Why would she have the book? I don't know, maybe the book is just there. I have turned 20. Congratulations, Madoka. Oh my god. Cheers. This is supposed to soothe us all? Bro, this is gonna make me cry. What the fuck? I'm sorry. Oh my god. Yo, did he do that on purpose? Bro, this is gonna fucking soothe your soul. This is like doing the opposite. This is fucking tearing it apart. Holy shit. Okay. Bonus 2 for those of us who have seen you. Okay, I haven't seen this. I don't know. Okay, let's see what some of these guys have to say. This video is already pretty long, kind of. First timer. Okay, Technojust. Let's see what Mr. Technojust has to say. Okay, sounds like Madoka is definitely dying and staying dead. Okay, I was thinking something else, but it looks like his interpretation was gonna be a fucked up ending too. Well, big brain wish, and I'm trying to choose to not trying to analyze what meanings it could have. Okay, I guess he's like kind of slightly thinking of it differently too, but like I was saying, during the middle of the episode, like I was just like, what the hell? We could have just done that the whole time. But then I told you, right? Like, when I actually had time to kind of sit down or like not like stop and think about it a little bit, at least when the episode ended. Like I just tried to jump into things right away, but like at least there was a slight pause. I didn't want to like pause in the middle of whatever was going on at the time. Yeah, we did need to go through all of that entire timeline to be able to do that, right? Because you're saying, because Homer was basically building up her karmic destiny, it was able to prevail entropy that way. So, yeah, but this definitely did fuck me up too during the episode. Holy shit, Kyoko! All right, when's Sayaka coming? Okay, who the hell is that? Did they just die? So Madoka just personally saved every single magical girl ever and let them rest peacefully. That is so awesome. Okay, that's the thing too. Okay, once again, like I said, my brain was too fried during that moment, but I saw that the girl like turned into dust, right? The green girl. They were like, oh, was that our green? And I guess like they still end up like moving on, right? Kind of just like Sayaka did, but because I don't know. I guess her soul gem was like turning black, right? So I guess she was about to turn into a witch too, but we kind of just let them disintegrate. Wait, what? Call me crazy, but did we just see Mahou Shoujo, Cleopatra, and Joan of Arc? Yeah, right? And that's kind of what somebody said. Somebody said that one of the spin-offs is about this. Peak Yuri, I love it. We were saying right before our last episode that just like how Sayaka and Kyoko, I guess they both end up losing their lovers, right? Kyoko doesn't get Sayaka, Homer doesn't get Madoka. No, stupid ReZero ass line. I guess the who is Rem, who is Madoka? Okay, so now we see Wraith instead, but it seems the status quo is a lot better than the inevitable witch evolution, right? Yeah, that's kind of what we're talking about, right? Like, there's all these negative emotions, and so you can't entirely get rid of everything. She just said get rid of witches. Well, I guess I have to look back at the specific wording of whatever she was saying. Wait, so Homer uses a bow now. Okay, yeah, I didn't really make that connection, I guess. I saw it, but I was like, I don't know, it didn't really... I guess it didn't stand out to me enough, but yeah, I guess not only does she have the ribbon, she basically is Madoka now. Maybe that's why the little kid remembers. I don't know. We're living on in Homura. Okay, not exactly the happy ending I was hoping to get. You know, I don't know. Is it like weird of me to say that I was hoping to get a more fucked up ending? I don't know. I think it would have been more interesting, but I guess like I don't know. It's just the way I look at things. Maybe. Homer's angel wings look a little sister. Yeah, so was I. Okay, someone. Eli 5 this ending for me. Yeah, you know what? Well, I don't know. Well, if anyone has a recommendation for like, I guess like something that takes like a good deep dive into it, I guess we could look at. I know one of the. I don't know if it was this guy or it was one of these guys. One of the thread hosts. They mentioned something. There's an analytic video. It's always a coin flip when landing the ending of these types of shows, but I think I can appreciate how we handled it here. To really dumb it down, evil will always exist. Yeah. But remember, there's a cute magical girl out there fighting for you. I've never been good with the thinking stuff with these shows, so thank you to all the rewatchers. I didn't really check out the rewatchers just in case they said like some weird shit, but gonna go back to previous threads and read all the spoiler-hidden comments now. Bittersweet ending, and I'm going to miss Mommy and Kyoko especially. Okay. Yeah, thanks to the hosts. For bonus points, it is stealing imagery symbolism from not one but two famous Fall 2004. I don't know, I only watched friggin' Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! At the time. I just read the comic. I hate you. Okay, there's always a race to post the comment. Okay, so they were trying to fuck us up, which I decided to short circuit 2 years ago by invoking the. Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll read one more. You know, when I started this show, the last thing I thought of was that the pink Moe blob would ascend to godhood. Yeah. That's really cool, but why do the magical girls left it? I don't know. I guess it's like I said, just kind of to show that not everything works out 100%. Okay, I guess prioritizing Sayaka's wish is important, but did she really have to die in the process? So he told me still gets traumatized about stealing your friend's crush and then them dying slowly afterwards. I guess that's true, right? Because she still was in the timeline. Wow, Homer inherited her weapon and everything. This feels like a complete package. I can't imagine what the future movie is about. Yeah, right? Because that's the thing. I'm pretty satisfied with the ending. I don't know about like opening a potential can of worms with future stuff, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Also, I don't know how the fuck am I gonna do a movie. This editing, like this whole process of these episodes already take like forever. I don't know. When was the movie? It's actually supposed to be tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's Saturday. But there's no way I could watch a movie tomorrow. Nor Saturday. I don't know. I might have to do the movie like on like Tuesday or something. Saturday's like there's too much shit already. Same thing on Sunday. Okay, this one is pretty short. We'll look at one more. Okay, I guess this was interesting. This stood out to me from here. Although between all the conversations with the other magical girls in Madoka, it seems that Sayaka is no longer around. Interesting turn rather than her continue living. This was a showcase that while the concept of witches may be gone, but falling to despair is not gone. Okay, we were thinking something like that, right? Madoka more than likely could have saved Sayaka, but her wish would have been void because otherwise she would still fall into despair. Madoka does not save her from despair, but instead allows her to pass on, as she knows that she would rather have her wish fulfilled. I guess instead of being jealous of Hitomi because it was mentioned the terrible thoughts she had towards Hitomi for being able to ask out Kyosuke before she turned into a witch in the previous timeline, rather her remark that Hitomi is too good on a girl gives her more peaceful send-off. I don't know, I guess this is kind of what we were saying, right? So now Homer is the only one that remembers the concept of witches, so in this timeline, wraiths are present. I do like that erasing the concept of witches doesn't create this ideal world because it is only natural the curses of human life are still bound. Right. As that is something you can't erase. Anger, jealousy, happiness, these things must always exist. Right, we are going to talk about that. With these things, life would become dull. And I'm sure that Madoka realized that her wish, as we saw the hug between Madoka and Homer before, where Madoka mentions she is always by her side. Madoka's wings and her usage of Shoujo shows that Madoka is always with her now, right? The ending points out that Madoka is the concept of what magical girl is, offering the ending that is balanced between idealized and realism. But I guess. I mean, people are kind of coming to somewhat similar conclusion for the whole Sayaka thing. But yeah, overall, like I said, I think it was a pretty satisfying ending. But yeah, we'll cut it here. Still got the movie, like I said. I don't know how the hell I'm going to do it. It definitely will not come out this weekend, I'll tell you that. I've said this before. A regular episode, the entire endeavor takes approximately 90 minutes, sometimes 2 hours, and then even more sometimes, right? Like, okay, I guess for Madoka, right? Like, it makes sense that the video lengths are like twice as long sometimes as the regular episode, so it makes sense for that to also double, right? And then sometimes on top of that, if I have to like re-upload a video or like go back, re-edit, re-render, re-export, and then re-upload, that could take even longer because sometimes I don't just like auto-mute all the OST. Sometimes I forget, but sometimes it's like there's some stuff that still gets hit through the automatic filters when uploading a video. So I just decide to just redo it, even though it doesn't really matter right now because it's not like my channel's still new and small. It's not like I'm making money off anything, but it opens the window in the possibility in the future. But yeah, like I mentioned before, we still have a bit of more Madoka content, but I am open to suggestions for other stuff we could watch. You know, it doesn't have to be. It could be literally any genre. I just want to see what like other people are interested. So yeah, if you do plan on sticking around for a bit after the Madoka stuff, you know, it works out for the both of us if there's something that multiple people are interested in. Otherwise, yeah, we still got a little bit of Madoka content, like I said. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. From this far, thanks for joining me on this journey, and yeah, I'll catch you guys next time.